I'm going to be teaching you how to curl your hair without heat. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hello, I am Jessie Couture, and in today's video I'm going to be teaching you how to curl your hair without heat. As you can see here, this is the finished hairstyle that you can expect to achieve and learn from watching this tutorial. This particular curly hair routine is an overnight method and will therefore need to be prepped, slept on, giving your hair time to be manipulated into the gorgeous tight curling shape, and then taken out the next morning, giving you ready to go gorgeous curls with zero heat damage to your hair. A perfect routine for everyday and evening glam. If you'd like to see a quicker curly hair routine with a more instant result, you can watch episode 1 just over here, which only requires 2 hours setting time. Alternatively, you can watch episode 2 just over here, which is another overnight routine, teaching you how to create big, loose, sleek curls with next to no time or effort needed. That being said, I'm going to jump straight into this tutorial and show you how easy it is to achieve these heatless curls. Step 1, you want to wash your hair and make sure that you're using a good deep conditioner so that you're working with soft and hydrated hair. Step 2, you want to give that a towel dry and add a hair serum to the ends and work that up through the length of your hair. The hair serum that I use is this Elvive Extraordinary Oils hair serum, and I use around 2 pumps of that. Rub it into my hands and focusing on the ends, but working up through the lengths of my hair. And step 3 literally just requires you to let your hair dry naturally. And it really doesn't matter what your natural hair type is like, because we're going to be redampening it in sections for this particular technique. So let's get this dry. So once your hair is dry, you can move on to step 4, where you're going to need a spray bottle like this. Now I got this one from a little travel set, so it was already empty and clean. Alternatively, you can use an old spray bottle, just wash it out, and then you want to fill it up half with water, and in the other half we will be adding a curl activating hair mousse into that. The one I use is Catwalk TG and it's the Strong Hold Mousse. I have used this for years and I absolutely swear by it. My hair is naturally curly, so normally when I put that into my hair when it is wet, it creates really nice ringlet curls and helps them to stay in and hold for days after. So we're just going to add that into the bottle to create our curl activating solution. You just want to stir that in to get rid of the bubbles and mix it into the water. Give it a little shake and then keep adding until we have filled to the top. Smells really good actually. And I think that should be about enough. Now moving on to step 5. This is where it gets a little bit interesting. So you want to take your hair in sections. The more random and rough the better, because this will give you a more natural result. Just grab sections like this. Start at the front, brush it out, and then you want to take your spray bottle and just spray that into your hair. So you want to make sure that it is moderately damp, and then taking 2 fingers like this, you want to place that at your roots, as close to your roots as possible, and flip it over like this, really pull it tight, because this will ensure that you have minimal straightness at your roots. You want to try and wrap this up so that it is as close to your scalp as possible, so the curl can start as high up as possible, and minimize any straight roots so that the curls just continue all the way up to the top of your head. So you wrap it like this, and then you want to, so over the top of your fingers, up and then around. So pulling it tight the whole time. And you want to create a cocoon and just keep wrapping it like this. Then leaving around 2 inches of hair length, you want to slide that between your 2 fingers and pull through this loop, but keeping hold of the end so that it doesn't go all the way through. Then you want to take the 2 together and just pull that down like so. So you don't need any tools for this technique. It is literally just using your hair and wrapping into this little cocoon shape. So you have your end hanging out. Normally I wouldn't have so much hanging out, but clearly there's nothing left of my hair at the ends. And then you have your little loop here, so that when we pull this out in the morning, it will literally just unravel. I'll show you what that looks like now, just so you can get a better understanding for what I mean. So literally when you pull it, it just unravels like this. And you can already see, oh my god, that's literally been in 2 seconds. You can already see how the curl shape is formed. And you can see what I mean by trying to avoid having any straight bits at the top, because you wouldn't want your hair to be flat to here and then the curl volume to just poof out halfway down your face, because you'll end up looking like a clown. So yes, I'm going to continue this around my whole head. So what I am doing is sectioning off my hair and starting from the bottom and working my way up. So I'm doing the row at the bottom, then I'm going to section another bit off and keep clipping it up, and then releasing sections and doing it really randomly, of course, still, until I get to the top of my head. So I would definitely recommend doing that, as it is far easier to put the cocoons in your hair that way. So already you can get an idea for the tightness of the curl that you can achieve from this method. So step 5 literally just requires you to sleep to allow your hair time to be manipulated into the tight curl shape. What else I always do as well is to just wrap the ends around the cocoon a little bit, just to help tuck them away so that they don't get pulled out accidentally in your sleep, but also to encourage the end of your hair to form a curl shape too. What you also might find helpful while you sleep is to wear a shower cap or a rag. Some people use t-shirts or a bandana or something just to cover your hair and to keep all the cocoons flat and in place to your head while you sleep, so that you don't knock them out on your pillow or whilst tossing and turning or anything like that. And that's it for step 5. So I'm gonna go to sleep now and I'll see you guys in the morning. Morning! So I have slept for 8 hours and my hair will now be set into the tight curls and ready for the day. So I'm just going to release the cocoons so that you guys can see the curling result. I'm super excited. I'm going to do this really quickly so you can see it, and then I'm going to talk you through the best ways to style your hair with this particular tight curl type. Ready? Actually, I'm going to start with the bottom because, like when we put the cocoons in our hair, it's a lot easier to work from bottom to top rather than trying to get under the hair once it's let down. So I'm going to start with the bottom row, and you just want to pull this end of hair. So you've got your loop there, which we loop through, and then your end. So as you can see, loop goes through, and that is the ringlet. So bouncy. Love it. So as you can see, the curls are very tight. So this is the immediate result. And what you want to now do is run your fingers through some of the curls. Now you don't want to brush them or split them up too much because otherwise you'll end up with frizzy hair. So you just want to start splitting them up one by one so that you can separate them and make your hair look a bit fuller. So as we have at every stage in this method, we want to start from the bottom and work our way up. So I'm just going to clip that out of the way and begin separating the curls. And then you just twizzle them with your finger to encourage them to go back into their curl shape. When you're twizzling them as well, you might want to force them into the opposite direction so that we have some going this way, some going that way. This just gives you a more natural result. So you can already see here that because we've separated these curls out, we have a lot more volume on this side. Always going to end up with a little bit of straight root. That is just unavoidable, unfortunately. So what I tend to do is wear my parting on the side, because when you flip the hair over, it kind of fixes that volume problem. So I'm just going to make my parting quite rough because I like this hairstyle to look as natural as possible, because it is a really type of natural curl result. So now I'm just going to add a bit of back combing to the roots to finish this style off. And using a hairspray, the one I'm using is this Tresemme Freeze Hold Spray. And when I'm back combing, I like to spray my brush first, because this just helps to keep the back combing in place. Now, one thing I don't tend to do is put hairspray on the lengths of my hair, because we don't want the curls to end up being crunchy, and because we already put curl activating mousse in them when it was wet, these will stay in your hair for days. And you can separate out the curls even more if you wanted your hair even bigger again. I think I'm satisfied with the way it looks already. So I'm going to turn around so you guys can see it from the back. That's it, guys, the finished look. What do you think? Please leave your comments below and let me know what you thought of this tutorial and how you got on recreating it. If you liked this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. This is episode 3 of my 6-part hairstyling hack series, so if you'd like to see more episodes like this, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and press the bell to get notified when more videos are online. I upload new videos every week, so thank you so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you in the next one.